everyone. This is Kayla Sloan, and I am here with my friend and client, LaTisha Stiles. And I wanted to bring LaTisha on to share her experience in working with me as a business systems consultant. So LaTisha, can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So like you said, my name is LaTisha Stiles. I am a business coach, a millennial money expert, online influencer, and my entire business is built around helping people turn their ideas into income. I do a lot of coaching, I do some consulting, and I needed help with making sure nothing fell through the cracks. So that's why I reached out to you.
I feel like that's a really common concern with business owners as their business scales up and grows and they reach that point where they really need help, but they don't know how to do that. And so can you tell me a little bit about how you were feeling before we worked together and why you decided that you needed to implement some business systems?
Yeah. So I would say before we started working together, I thought that I had really good systems. I was working, I had a project management system. I have a virtual assistant. I started bringing on a blog editor and a couple different team members. And, at first things were fine. But then what I was realizing is that it still required a lot of my time to get the stuff done that I wanted to get done because it was I had to check at like almost all the work that was happening. So it almost got to the point where I felt like I should just be doing this myself, or I could just be doing this myself, or why am I even paying my team? Because I felt like I wasn't really using them to to the best of their abilities, like really what I was paying them for. And I started to get kind of stressed because I was like, I'm wasting money and I don't like wasting money. And so that's why I reached out to you. And I remember I sent you a message and I was like, help. And I didn't say HELP. I said HALP, like help, like, please, I need you to come in and like fix it. And I told you basically what was going on and the things that I wanted to implement and how I had all these team members that I just felt kind of like were just very disjointed. And even though I thought I had a system that was working, I didn't really have workflows and I didn't have processes and I didn't have all the things in place to allow me to take advantage of my team. And I feel like when we started working together, you just kind of came in and like swooped in and like helped me fix all of that.
So I think from my perspective, my favorite part of working with you was as we got further into our deep dive of looking at how your process currently was and working to improve it, we were like, LaTisha does this, LaTisha does this, LaTisha does this. And I was like, we have got to take your name off of that list so many times. Like, no wonder you're stressed. And so after we made some of those changes, how did you feel after we put together your system and made all of those changes for your team?
Yeah. So like you said, I guess one of the first things that we did was just to kind of write out like, what is the process? What are the steps that I'm taking? Where am I touching things? And it was like LaTisha, virtual assistant, LaTisha, blog editor, LaTisha, video editor. And I was just like, this is why I'm feeling so stressed. And so, yeah, part of the process was first kind of putting in those different job titles. And then instead of saying just LaTisha, saying, okay, who is that job title person? And then exchanging, figuring out where I needed to hire, where I could use the people I already had in place to kind of fill in those gaps. And so as soon as we sat down for that first meeting where we just kind of went over just the general thing, I just felt much more relief. I really felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders as far as my stress level, because I knew that I was about to have a good process that was going to allow me to just show up. My goal in my business is I want to be able to just show up. Like I want to be the star of the business. I want to be the face of it. I want to be, the one that people come to when they need help. But I also I don't necessarily want to be bogged down with like the minor details of figuring out, what to post when or where, or, where does this need to be saved and how do we get this to the next person? Like, I feel like that's not the best use of my time. So it really allowed me to put myself in the CEO role and say, you need to focus on the long-term vision. You need to focus on the growth aspects, joint ventures, showing up for interviews and podcasts and things like that, and then allow your systems and your team to take care of the rest. So it definitely was a huge, huge, huge weight off my shoulders.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that. Is there anything else that you would say going forward that you're really looking forward to after putting these systems in place?
Just like I would say the biggest thing that I feel like I can do now is that I can create content just to create it. And now like for example, I'll record an audio or a podcast and upload it, and then everything else is taken care of. Or if I want to record videos, which I do, I have a YouTube channel, I'll go and I start recording videos, and then all I have to do is upload it to one folder, and then the entire rest of the process gets taken care of. And I have people that are coming to me and they're like, how do you put out so much content? And I'm like, well, I do have a secret weapon. I have my systems expert, Kayla, and I try to explain to them like the secret is in the systems, like the secret to scaling, the secret to growing, the secret to getting your business to the level that you want it to be before you want to scale, because that's what's going to allow you to scale. So I
Yeah.
hope that all came through clearly.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're good.
Okay, good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking time to chat with me and share your experience, and really appreciate it, and glad to hear things are going well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it.